Hey, this is the BraxMan here with a Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we have a dragon guide. We'll be discussing what the dragon requires of your team, what champions can fit the bill for it, and discussing how you should generally gear your champions for it. With that said, we'll get into it. So first, these are the different things your dragon team needs. First, your team needs an AoE decreased defense down. The reason for it is when you're placing that debuff on your enemy, all the rest of your champions, including the one that just placed it, do more damage to the champions or the opposing team. Next, CC, crowd control. Some ways that does this is through stuns and decreased turn meter. The reason for it, every time you put the stuns, it allows your enemy to miss a turn. The decreased turn meter allows it so that your team continues to do a turn while the enemy does not. Next would be heal and or speed. The reason for it, if you got the heal opportunity, so when your champions do lose health or take damage, you're able to heal them to full health so that you're able to last longer in the stage and be able to complete it. Speed booster allows it so that you get more opportunities to attack, to defeat the enemy team before they attack you. The best ways, or the reason for this, is so that you take them out before they take you out. That's what the speed booster helps. Next, poison. Poison is wonderful in the dragon. It helps take down the dragon much faster. It's probably the best and easiest way to take him down. Another way you could do it is a champion with enemy max HP, such as like a Cold Heart, Royal Guard, and Septimus. Champions like that because they have the enemy max HP. So with that said, we'll be discussing what champions are able to fit the bill. So we are going to build a dragon team. So currently I already have a dragon team already built for us. But here's a dragon team that is easily capable for everyone to build. Or an easier build. So first we said the AoE decreased defense down. Well, Tayrel fits this category very, very well. He's able to, with his A2, put an AoE decreased defense down, allowing the rest of your team and him to hit harder on the opposing team. He also has a decreased turn meter and also a decreased attack so that when your enemy does attack you back, they do not hit you as hard. Next would be your CC, crowd control. Champions that do this, stuns and or decreased turn meter. One of them happens to be Syl of the Drakes. She's easy to obtain because she happens to be a daily login reward. She does great with her A2, so she is an AoE 2-hit and has a chance to place a stun. So with that, I have built her with stun gear. So when she does the 2 hits, she already has a chance of placing for each of those hits a stun. Well, with the stun gear, she gets every time she hits, she even gets another chance to place a stun. So for 1 hit, she gets 2 chances of placing a stun. So in this case, with her A2, which hits twice, she has technically 4 chances to put a stun out. With her A1, she also is capable of putting a decreased turn meter and decreased speed, allowing it so that your team can go faster while the opposing champion has lost turn meter, so they do not get a chance to hit twice. Next, we had a heal/speed booster. Apothecary fits the bill wonderful. He has the A3, which allows you to increase your speed or increase turn meter, along with an increased speed buff on all of your champions. so it allows your champions to get an extra turn in before the opposing enemy. With his A2, he also has the capability of placing heal, so any of your champions that are almost dead or almost died, he is able to place that heal and bring them possibly up to full health. Next I said was poison. Kale, starting champion in the game, easy to obtain as if you get him first. He's able to put those poisons out very regularly, as can do much damage with those poisons. Wonderful on the dragon. More poisons, the more damage can be done on him. So with that, I had the 4, and then I put Cold Heart in. Another rare, easy to obtain because she's a rare. She does poison with her A2, but I put her in for A3. You know how I mentioned earlier the fact that some champions have something called enemy max HP. Well, Cold Heart has that. Being that the dragon has a large HP, her attack is based upon that. So when she hits, she takes a portion of that damage or the HP and does full damage to it. So when building her, you want tons of crit rate or tons of crit damage. So she does even more damage to the enemy. So with that said, we'll try her out, or try this team out. Should be easy enough. This team will get you through all of Dragon. It got me through all of Dragon. And it fills all the needs that you have. Well, I did not stop the auto in time. So I'll go back and say, first, my Apothecary went. He placed the increased turn meter and the increased speed buff. Next, my Syl went. She would hit her with her A2, which hit twice. AoE, places a stun. Luckily, all of the enemy had the stun put on them. Now I have my Tyrell. With his A2, he's going to place decreased defense. He did all of them except for one. Now we have Cold Heart. She's going to hit with her A2 and do an AoE attack. Hits all the enemies. So is Kale. So that's kind of the general look. You want to do tons of AoE, hit every single one, get the stuns out, the decreased defenses out, so that the enemy doesn't get a chance to retaliate and attack you back. So this team should be able to go within 4 to 5 minutes on Dragon 20. Things that can do this better is getting better gear. I do not have the best gear on my Kale. If I had better gear on him, he would go faster and do more damage, because his crit rate is not fully at 100%, and his crit damage is not above. I love Syl in this case because she's able to have that CC, so the crowd control, placing those stuns, decreased turn meter with her A1 and decreased speed, or decreased speed debuff. But with her A3, she also has the chance of doing a revive, which you saw earlier with what she did with Kale. Kale had passed, Syl had a turn, she used her revive capability and brought Kale back. So with this, all of them worked well together, all of this team, because they have tons of CC because of Syl. And then the decreased defense placed by Tyrell allows it so you do more damage to your enemy. Everyone else is able to make it so you go faster and do the extra damage by placing poisons and or the enemy max HP on your opposing enemy. So this is not my fastest team. I typically use a team that consists of Lysandra, Tyrell, Syl of the Drakes, Cold Heart, and Apothecary. Reasons for it: Lysandra is a great decreased turn meter champion. Reason for it: on her A3, she decreases the turn meter of the enemy, but increases the turn meter of your own team, along with placing a increased speed buff. She also has with her A2, decreases the turn meter completely of the enemy. Wonderful when going against your enemy and decreasing that turn meter so they do not get a chance. Tyrell, as before, fits the bill of the AoE decrease defense down. Wonderful. He has the AoE, making so that every one of your champions hits harder and does more damage. Syl, placing those stuns, making it so your enemy does not get a chance because she has the A2 and she's in a stun set. Stun set allows more chances to do this. And then I have like an apothecary because I want even more speed, and the heal aspect because not all my champions are in lifesteal, which is wonderful in Dragon. Wonderful in Dragon because every time you do damage, you get a portion of the health. The only place you can get lifesteal gear happens to be a Dragon. One of the best reasons to actually fight Dragon. I'll discuss that in a minute, what all you can get from Dragon, the reason why you might want to farm it. But then I also have Cold Heart on my team. I'll show my team after this. But champions that can also fit the bills of all the things you need for your team, the decreased defense, Tyrell, the CC. Bellower is awesome at this because his skills are all AoE capable. Another champion's a lot like him is Skullcrown because all of her skills are AoE. Any champions that's AoE in a stun set, wonderful because they can continue to hit the enemies and placing those stuns. The heal speed, if you got the lifesteal gear, you don't necessarily need the heal, but the speed boosting you definitely want. Champions that fit this, Lysandra, Arbiter, Apothecary, High Katoon, which happens to be a daily login reward. Easy to get, very easy to build because she has that speed boosting. Helps tremendously in Dragon and most anywhere else. Next, Poison. Kale does wonderful. Cold Heart is able to place poisons, but her main goal is to place the enemy max HP. Well, this team did wonderful. Their run was 5 minutes, 57 seconds. They will be able to get you through all of stage 20, or all the way up to stage 20 in Dragon. So now, with that said, I'm going to show you the team I typically use. So we have Lysandra in the ally or the decreased turn meter, then Tyrell with the decreased defense, then Syl, the CC. Then I like Elenarl. Oh no. Apothecary. And for Poisoner, I can use Elenarl typically on my team, or Cold Heart. Either one works. I'm going to choose Cold Heart because I'm going to replace, because I've already got a speed boost from Lysandra, I'm going to put Elenarl. She has the enemy, so I have enemy max HP, more poisons, and the combust, and HP burn. Use this team. This team will be able to complete stage 20. It's the team I typically use when completing it. Done faster. The main reason you want to farm Dragon is because of the 3 sets it gives you. Three sets typically used by most players happens to be some of the best gear that you're able to get in the game, which happens to be Lifesteal, Accuracy, and Speed set. There are some other ones that may be useful, but they're more specialty builds. So Lifesteal, 30% of the damage you deal, you receive in health on your champion. Next, Speed makes it so that it's a 2-set build that you get 15% speed on your champion, which allows you to hit faster and faster. Accuracy it's a 2-set build, gives you 40 more accuracy, which allows you to place your debuffs more accurately and more prominently on your enemy. This run should hopefully take between 2 and 3 minutes, much faster than the 5-minute one, almost 6 minutes of the rares. If you get better champions, such as like Bad Alcazar with the AoE poisons, the AoE heals, he's wonderful. There are definitely champions I can approve, or I can do better with than the champions I currently have. But this team does great. I would love to hear if you guys have any comments about champion builds or champion. So, let me start that again. I would love to hear you guys comment about in the comment section below about teams that you guys have built through different champions and or how you've gotten to stage 20. I sure hope this video was helpful in discussing what all is required to do a dragon team, such as the AoE decreased defense, the turn meter, speed, and all the things that you would need. I'll show again, just so you know. The dragon needs AoE decreased defense down, CC, heal, speed booster, and poison. These are the main things you need for your dragon run to be well. So I would love it if you could please drop down, give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below what if I've helped and or was able to bring a good point. This video should be between 3 minutes and 30, or so this, not the video, but this run should be between 3 minutes and 3:30. It should be able to be done here quickly. Apparently my champions do not want to place their poisons, or my Cold Heart place the enemy max HP, but so this one's going to be a little longer than I was expecting it to. Which is confusing. It's typically a faster run than this, but we just need the combustibility on my Elenarl, or another few enemy max HPs due to my Cold Heart will be in business and it'll finish it off. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Should finish here in a sec. Voila. Well, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.